The Retail Recession claims another 250 stores. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.heise here, and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee and let's have a look at this article from news.com.au, which is Talking, written by Rebecca Lee May, talking about the retailer behind Katie's, Rivers, Nonny B, and how they're going to close 250 stores. That's going to have a big impact on the retail sector here in Australia. And I can't imagine, well, we're getting mixed messages. At least I am. All the articles that I've been reading and things that we've been looking at since the beginning of the year. Remember, just after the bushfires, it was like every day to the next with another brand. Another brand closing down, shutting businesses, going to liquidation, going to administration, trying to be sold. And then you go out shopping, at least here in Brisbane, and it feels like it's flat out. Sure, there are a few closed ones here or there. Are we in a recession? It depends. Depends on who you talk to. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens in Melbourne, how their retail figures. Probably what we want to keep an eye on is the retail figures that come out with regards to Christmas. What's the Christmas trading going to be? Is there going to be enough activity in Victoria to, well, prompt spring back in retail sales? Is it going to help some of those businesses survive, or are they going to have more restrictions imposed on them once again? So, the retail group that owns iconic brands, including Nonny B, Katie's and Rivers, is closing 250 stores. The retail group is closing a further 250 stores by mid-2021, blaming shopping centre landlords for not providing enough rent relief as it struggles with the impact of the pandemic. Now, I can't be surprised. We're definitely hearing mixed messages from landlords. And a lot of these businesses that own these landlords, own these different centres, they're used to every year getting a 4% increase. Some of the terms and conditions are just insane. And they want a slice of the profits. It's just crazy. It really is. Mosaic Brands, which also owns Rockman's and Crossroads, said in August it had been in talks with the landlords to renegotiate leases, but still anticipated potentially closing up to 500 of its 1,300 plus store portfolio nationally over the next year or two. So the question is this a strategic move? Are they leaking this to the media to kind of get some outrage building up against the landlord, or are they deflecting the fact that their business is in trouble and they want to blame it on the landlord? The fact that, times are tough, retail sales aren't quite there? Or could it be a bit of both? Since August, we have closed 73 stores in response to unrealistic rental requests and a permanent shift towards online purchases. So they're directly blaming this shift towards online purchases. Has your online shopping increased because of the pandemic? Let us know in the comments, everyone, because it'd be interesting to see, just from a little straw poll here. We're encouraged that a number of landlords have in recent weeks come to the table on rental reductions, but not all have, and we expect up to a further 250 store closures by June 2021. Now, wouldn't it be funny it would be kind of sad if some of the landlords were owned by the super funds that that the retail workers that work for some of these shops were forced to invest into? Chairman Richard Falcone said Mosaic was sensitive to the impacts the closures would have on staff and would seek to redeploy them wherever it is practical and feasible to do so. He said the pandemic had forced a large number of the brand's 5 million plus in-store customers into hibernation over the past 8 months, and it had been Mosaic's toughest year. We've found ourselves in an unfamiliar position for any retailer where our customers have wanted to visit our stores but couldn't, and we're saying by and large that's been for the best, he said. The loss of that opportunity to have a chat or get out of the house has been incredibly hard for both our customers and our frontline retail team during months of lockdowns and restrictions, particularly in Victoria, where many stores remain closed until just yesterday. Victorian stores represent 18% of Mosaic's retail footprint, or their portfolio. With most restrictions, lockdowns now lifted, we are confident those customers will stir from that hibernation and resume visiting our loyal brands, he said. Will they? or have their behaviors changed? Maybe they want to go out and socialize and meet. Well, we'll have to see. We saw the outrage and the huge queues at Kmart as people were just dying to get in. I don't blame people. You're stuck at home. You want to get out. Exactly when they will have the confidence to return in-store is still unknown. He said there was no doubt the shift to online shopping was permanent, and while physical stores would always remain a central part of Mosaic, it would not be at the cost of unrealistic rents, nor landlords' expectations that predate the internet. The company's online sales grew by more than 80% during the store closure period. Mosaic said in its annual report that 41% of its store leases were on handover or expiring by December, with 87% expiring over the next 24 months. Mosaic posted a massive $170.3 million net loss last financial year. Subject to the all-important Christmas trading season, Mosaic expects to return to profitability in 2021, he said. Now, this is the interesting thing here, that they're putting their hopes on the Christmas trading season. Now, fortunately, Victoria has opened up, so there's an opportunity there for the retailers to hopefully make some money during this silly season, during the Christmas period. Some businesses depend on this season, it's where they make a big chunk of their profits, a big chunk of their revenue for the entire year. But we're seeing this more and more. It's interesting. I like it how he made the point here of landlords' expectations that predate the internet. And I wonder if we're going to see more and more of a shift online. So, what do you think, everyone? What's your gut instincts on retail sales over the Christmas period? Do you think people that have been locked up and restricted in Victoria will just rush out and do a lot of shopping? Are you planning to do a big shop yourself for Christmas? Or are you like me and you put all the presents off to the wife and you bought your silver coin gifts for everyone quite some time ago? Well, it might actually be time to stock up for next year. Nonetheless, we'll have to keep an eye on the retail sales figures and what happens over the Christmas period if the crowds approach there. And then, what about the fear in Victoria with regards to potentially having more lockdowns and more state intervention? Do you think the retailers will put everything in, will put all the money on the table now, or maybe they'll hold back a little? We'll have to see. And, well, will we see a raft of liquidations appear next year? As always, thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you're a fan and want to support the content I create here, there are a few ways you can. You can join us on YouTube or Patreon. You can support us using our affiliate links at Amazon, eBay, Independent Reserve, or Kucoin. You can buy merch from HeiseSays, use Gold Pass from the Perth Mint, or support us via PayPal. Take care, everyone. Have a great day. I'll see you next time.